G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, today I just wanted to show you what I did earlier this week to my MN model, the MN-D90 Landrover Defender vehicle here, the crawler. I reviewed this about a month or so ago, and I just decided to mod it up a bit, guys, and give it a custom respray as well in this royal blue paint job here. Okay, I painted it up just a couple of days ago. I haven't closed the hood just yet fully because it's still curing, you know. It's rather cold here, winter time. So anyway, yeah, decided to give it a bit of a custom job. There's a few mods that I did to it as well. As far as what I did at first is when I pulled it all apart, I stripped it totally into pieces, besides the chassis and components, of course, but I took the shell off and everything to paint it properly underneath. You know, as you can see, I've painted underneath the hood, even inside the hood, and all that, like I've done with my other WPL trucks. I took the wheels off, and these tires, the first thing I did was, with these tires, they're not glued when you get it in the boxes, so they're not glued from the factory during the manufacturing process. So they tend to come off these tires rather easily. When I reviewed it on its trail run in the bush over in the park there, I remember one of the rear wheels came straight off the bead while I was filming, so I had to stop and continue filming. But yeah, it's rather easy on these ones. You just take the whole tire off the bead, take it entirely off. And what they've got two channels. They got a channel on the outside of the rim and on the inside of the rim, and you just fill it up with super glue and then pop the tire on. And I just turned the tire a bit to make sure it was all covered, and these have got no chance of coming off. And you know, you don't make a mess either having all the the glue rather all over the tire. So that turned out pretty decent. They're not going to come off now. And yeah, secondly, after doing the tires, while I had the shell off and I was prepping the shell, there was one thing that is a bit of a drawback of this model. This is actually the only thing I didn't like about this particular D90 model, was that these lights that they fitted on this particular model. Now, all the MN Land Rover series of models, so you got the 99S, the 99, I noticed they all got different operational lights. Some have got more than others. Some have got blinkers, flashes. Some have the lights on all the time. Some have tail lights. This one had nothing except headlights that only used to turn on when you pull the trigger. So when you're driving, it's all good. The lights are on, steady. But once you let go of the trigger and stop or reverse, they used to turn off. So I didn't really like that. It was very toy grade-ish. So the whole point of this custom build and modification on this one was that I wanted all the lights to work. Now, luckily on this particular model, the D90, they have the LED light ports that all the other models use. They just never put the actual wiring kit in them. So I had to make my own, guys. I had to make my own for these side lights or blinkers, and also had to make my own for the tail lights here. Okay, so I had to drill out some recesses for the globes to fit and so forth. And as you can see here, I've made my own little wiring harnesses and lights. Now all these globes here, these red LEDs, are basically from spare transmitters off toy grades that I've just binned basically, but I kept them as in my spare parts bin, and I reused those red LEDs for the tail lights, and I had a couple of blue ones left for the other ones, these front lights. So that's what I did with those, guys, and they're all operational. Okay, so I can show you that. I'll just turn it on. Let me just see underneath here. Now, as you can see, I've got all the lights on the front working. It's ready to bind. I've got the transmitter here with me. And now I've got tail lights as well. So that was the second mod I did. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll just turn the transmitter on here. So I've got it just here. I turn it on, and then you got your solid lights here. Okay, it doesn't matter if I reverse or go forward, they're on all the time. Okay, now I had to make my own harnesses that will plug into the LED light, LED 2 port on this one, and as you can see, the flashes work okay as well. So that worked out pretty good. Now so that worked out pretty good. So when I actually turn the transmitter off, these side lights, the blinkers, will actually turn into emergency lights or hazard lights, depending on what you want to call them. And so the back ones flash as well. Okay, so that's with the transmitter turned off. Now if I turn it back on again, I notice that it will flash a different light pattern just there as well. So do like a fast flash and then turn off. I don't know if you can see that in the video there. There you go. Okay, so I'll just turn them off for a minute. I'll just turn the transmitter off. Now also, I don't know if you can see this clearly, you probably can. I'll just bring it in closer. Behind the grill here, I've put another set of lights. This is just with stuff that I've had laying around, guys, at home. Hold that down. And I've got an LED light bar behind the grill here, which has different modes of lights, just like that. So it's like a police vehicle. Press it again, more flashing lights, and that's the last mode there. Alright, so that's what I did there. And last but not least, I had an old baseball cap light here, and the batteries that you put in it, there's something wrong with the wiring, it wouldn't work, but I managed to repurpose that. I put a battery underneath the inside of the cabin here with a JST connector and some wiring, and turn this into a light bar. We just I'll go on this side. I've got a switch there, and there you go, I've got a light bar, and it's got a flashing mode as well. Alright, so there we have it, guys. Just turn that off, turn this off. So yeah, that's my MN-D90 modded. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I just thought I'll show you what I've been doing with this one earlier this week. It only actually took me from start to finish about 8 hours to do. That's painting, you know, pulling it apart, doing all the wiring, and modding it up, respraying it, and then slowly putting it back together. So pretty happy with this now. It looks more scaled, more realistic than it was out of the box, especially with all the lights working. That was my main objective, is to make all the lights operational and add a few of my own. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I'll catch you next time. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe and hit that like button. Sure do appreciate it. And comment below as well, guys, especially if you own this particular model of crawler. Alright, guys, so thanks again, and I'll catch you next time. Until then, happy RCing. I'll do a running video with this one a bit later on down the track too. Alright, guys, catch you later.